If you have ADHD, you have unfair advantages built into your brain, but only if you know and if you learn how to use them. Hey, I'm Anto. I am a software engineer, ADHD coach, and I work with developers and tech professionals that are tired and exhausted of feeling behind even if they are brilliant. In today's video, we're going to talk about the concept of unfair advantages. So there is this book here, The Unfair Advantage. It explains a little bit how people become successful. Most of the time, they leverage something that is their unfair advantage. So one simple example, I'm Italian, I work in UK as a software engineer. My unfair advantage compared to everybody else can be helping people that are Italians, wants to move to UK or work in UK as software engineers. So I have the experience because I have done this myself. So compared to anyone else that doesn't have the same experiences, that is my unfair advantage. So I think this concept can be extended to ADHD, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to come up with 5 examples of what I think are the advantages of ADHD. So these are hyperfocus, lateral thinking, pattern recognition, resilience under pressure, and hyper empathy. So these are only some of them, so you can have all of them, some of them, you can have different traits. And the goal of this video is trying to figure out what is your competitive advantage compared to everybody else. Most of us with ADHD have been told for their entire life that they are too distracted or too impulsive or too inconsistent. But if you look a little bit deeper into these traits, you will see where there is the other side of the coin, where this can be leveraged as a superpower, or like in this case for this video, as an unfair advantage. So let's start with the number one. So the first one is hyperfocus. So if you have ADHD or you think you have ADHD, sometimes you may find yourself going into hyperfocus mode. When you go into hyperfocus mode, time doesn't matter anymore. It flattens, and you will spend 3, 4, 5 hours focusing on a single thing. For me, for example, is coding. And at the end of that session, you feel you have deep connection with the code base and you know exactly where to move, where to go. So that is a superpower. It's not possible for everybody to achieve that level of focus, that level of concentration. So that is definitely an unfair advantage. How you can leverage that, especially if it's inconsistent, you don't know when that happens. I work by creating focus scenes or spaces where this is my setup. There are rituals that I need to follow that will move me into that space. When I prepare for that, then I can guarantee, and that becomes systematic. So that's one way to leverage that unfair advantage. The second trait is lateral thinking. Lateral thinking, or thinking out of the box, is something that I realized to have when I started working. My manager was telling me, oh, you are really good. You are able to think out of the box, because I was combining all the things I learned in my studies, all the concepts that are related, not necessarily related to the topic that we are discussing, to find new solutions. And if you have ADHD, you will see that by spending a little bit of time looking at that solution and maybe going for a walk, you will come up with an idea that most people will define unconventional, but is brilliant. In some cases is very elegant. The way it works for me is by removing myself from that situation and start doing a different type of activity. So keep thinking about that problem, but change environment. What works for me is going for a walk. If I go for a walk, all of a sudden I have all these ideas coming to me that are definitely not expected, not conventional. So the other thing is, again, I mentioned in several other videos, have with you always pen and paper, because act of writing it down will fix it into your brain, will kind of crystallize the concept that then you can review later. If you don't do that, you may have more ideas, but they are gonna disappear in no time. So that's why it's very, very important. It doesn't work for me to record my voice or to type into using digital devices or other things. The only thing that works for me, may be different for you, is pen and paper. The other thing is pattern recognition. What I notice is that one of my advantages with ADHD is that I can identify patterns, anomalies, and microsignals that help me extracting a behavior or understanding a specific situation. And for example, sensing tensions in meetings is something that a couple of the tone of voice, micro expressions, or words that are not said, interruptions, other things, they will immediately trigger something into my spider sense. I don't know. Sometimes it's very hard because I freeze in that situation, so I cannot react immediately, but I can sense that something is off, something's not working. Most of the time, I was able to validate that, oh, I was right about all these microsignals. Sometimes it's also very frustrating because there's nothing you can prove because are only sensations, but you trust your instincts because 99% you are right about them. The other thing that I consider a superpower that is really useful and people will really appreciate that is resilience under pressure. What is resilience under pressure? So for my job, some of the times I have to deal with production issues that are high impact and high risk for the business, and you need to gather all the information. And what is extremely important is to be calm. And that calm, I don't know where it comes from, but I feel extremely relaxed in these situations where I know that there is pressure, but I can somehow stop the world around me, focus on the problem, and end up into this hyper-focus mode where I can navigate the situation, figure out what are the problems, and put fixes in place. And the final one is hyper-empathy. Hyper-empathy, I'm referring to the ability to sense emotions and also connect emotionally to other people. This is something that whenever I am in that situation, I feel exhausted at the end because I absorb all the emotions of other people. So any type of emotions, if they are upset, if they are angry, I find that very overwhelming, but also gives me the ability to connect with people at a deeper level. So whenever I'm in a situation like that, I know that I can build very strong relationships with people that allow me to help them or allow me to be close enough to them to share my emotions and absorb their emotions. So this is another extremely important trait that you need to know and you need to understand when you can use as your unfair advantage. So this video is to help you, if you have ADHD, to leverage your ADHD, what you think are problems of ADHD or disadvantages, as unfair advantages, because there is always the other side. So don't forget that. Make sure you spend time to understand how you work, how your brain works, and leverage that. Put yourself in that situation where you can leverage that as a skill, not be affected by that. So if there is one takeaway for all these 5 or how many skills or advantages or traits that you have, figure out what is the situation where you can leverage them. What do you need to do to end up in that state, end up with that being your unfair advantage? For me, most of the time is the environment around me. Spend time focusing on what is the best way to structure the environment around you to make you work using every single one of these traits as your unfair advantage. So if this resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe. I make videos for software engineers and creative thinkers that want to grow in their career, grow in their life, grow as human beings. And I also have a coaching program. You can find the link down in the description if you're interested. Again, like, subscribe, don't forget to leave your comment. If you have any question, I'm here, I'm happy to help, and see you in the next one. Thank you and bye.